Welcome to the Vexxed Uncensored podcast hosted by me, Saint, and Mo Vader. You'll be listening to us dive into taboo topics, celebrity news, discussing what's got us so vexed this week. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, wherever you listen to your favourite podcast. Now let's get into the show.
Vexxed Uncensored presents Saint Remastered. The album features 11 Dolby restored tracks, written from 2011 to 2021 by Saint. It boasts an R&B pop sound with multi-octave vocals. Listen everywhere now. Welcome back to Vexxed Uncensored with me, Mo Vader.
And me, Saint.
And I really tried to go with the whole presenter vibe and guys.
But yeah, how was your week? Yeah, it's been a week, innit?
My week's been good. I can't complain.
Nice.
I was recently informed that I'm in possession of 16 centimeters, which was rather...
Come again?
Well,
you know, that's one thing I'm not good at in my head is measurements or my distance measurements or room size. For instance,
yeah,
I don't know what that means. Like, that actually means nothing to me. 16 centimeters means nothing. If someone said like 20 square meters, I don't know what the fuck that means. And I learned it all. It just never, like, my brain can't do that for some reason. How weird. Compliment.
Is it one of the compliments?
Is that an insult? Is that an insult?
I don't think it's an insult.
I need to learn my sizes now. I need to buy a ruler. Who owns a ruler?
Fucking
Not
hell.
me.
I don't.
No.
I've got measuring tape.
Oh yeah, probably got one somewhere.
That's for the DIY that I don't do.
Oh.
I'm running around all over the place fixing this and fixing that, but in my own place,
yeah,
I ain't fixed shit.
It's always the way there.
Yeah, there's the week was good. It's not an insult. It's not a thing. It's like slightly above average.
Oh, right, whatever that means.
Whatever, yeah.
But
I was under the misconception that I was below average and small, so I was.
Do you know every man thinks that?
Do they?
Even if they're struggling to walk, they all think, yeah, they're smaller than anyone else, and but yeah, it's all in our heads allegedly. Well, not all in all of our heads. I'm sure some of them barely reaching an inch.
Ooh.
You know.
Oh my.
Like a button mushroom.
Oh my god, no.
They're called micro penises, are they not?
Yeah.
I've heard of this myth, you know.
That is torture. Like, what would you do? Imagine the frustration.
You gotta get creative. I'm sure they've got other, they've got their mouth, they've got the fingers, they've got other means of.
Yeah, but
some women prefer.
They're liars.
Getting yam out.
They're liars.
You know.
Every woman.
So they say.
Oh, actually, let me say it's alleged.
Every woman.
I was about to go. Every woman. Right?
Every single woman.
No, it's alleged that even though the women that prefer oral, they still expect and want
the deal to get closed.
Yeah. Yeah, like
the pipe's cleaned.
And take it. Ooh. I got a friend of mine, right? Got a friend of mine. Not really. It's not really a friend. It's not really a friend of mine. He stumbled into a situation where, for a while, he was seeing this person, right? But was only giving them oral. Only oral.
Okay.
Couldn't even get a handy off him.
What?
Yeah. Because I guess primarily because
he's submissive. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, submissive, small.
You got to get yours. Don't rely on them making sure you're satisfied. You got to get yours.
And it's been rattling my brain like, whoa, what?
Like, what are you getting at?
Yeah,
what are you getting
like,
at?
What's happening? What is happening? Is that like humiliation fetish?
Well, there are them
Degradation.
geezers who pay dominatrix, and the dominatrix had zero sex. They just torture them, call them names and stuff.
I've stumbled across some forms of those topics.
It's quite a lucrative job, allegedly. She's like, you motherfucking pieces of shit. And they're like, yeah, baby, yeah. And then you got them ones who financially dominate. So there's guys who like to be financially dominated, allegedly. So they like women to be like, bitch, $7,500 now.
Oh my God, they're now
Like, now. You scumbag. And they're like, okay, baby, okay. Like, they love it. Obviously, men who can afford it, I'm guessing. But, yeah, there's some sick bastards.
Imagine liking to be financially dominated.
Hey, I'll financially dominate anyone. Drop me, come to my DMs and we'll work out a situation. I cuss people for free. I pay me, bitch.
A fucker just messages you, send me 20p. You look in your bank account, you got 27 pence in there. You got to send 20p.
You have to send your last 2 pence. Send it to me, bitch.
Oh, the international viewers might not know what a pence is.
Oh, a pence.
It's a penny.
Yeah, it's a farthing. I'm joking. It's not. The shilling, it's not. It's not that either. It's the penny.
I had a shilling and I lost it.
Yeah, I've had shilling. I don't think I've had a farthing. Yeah, I think it was a shilling. They're really little in it.
No, they're kind of biggish.
The ones that were little. A farthing. It was a farthing then. It was tiny. Yeah. It was like a little silver.
That was a farthing.
Farthing.
But how's your week been? I've rambled.
Feels like kind of a blur, like kind of non-eventful.
What, non-binary?
Non-binary. But yeah, very non-binary.
Neither hot nor cold.
Neither hot nor cold.
Get it lukewarm.
Just like, yeah. It seems to have gone really quick, actually. Yeah, the weather pissed me off today because it was raining. And no, it was sunny, then it was raining. So I come out and it was raining. And it was so hot and sunny the whole way. And then it was pissing down like a monsoon. And now it's a clear sky again. So...
Well, I guess you know.
Like, what am I? Where am I?
I guess you know how the Bukkake models feel.
Oh, no. Not Bukkake.
We're going for home runs today. Fucking home runs. But let's go to topics.
We've caught up. Let's go into the topics.
Now for the hottest topics.
Okay, let's see what this one. So, first topic is... Security guard gets fired at Taylor Swift concert for being a fan.
But that's not fucking fair, is it?
Well,
what do they mean? What do they mean by a fan? Was he dancing to the music?
It says Calvin Denkart was seen joining in with the song "Cruel Summer," whatever that is, in footage from one of Swift's shows in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
However, he's now told followers on TikTok that he was subsequently fired by Best, which is the company he was working for. While the company did not have a problem with him singing, bosses were apparently unhappy as he had passed out notes to the crowd. Some crowd members asking him to send him like photos or footage showing him, in front of the singer. Because he was singing along, people were filming him and he's like, oh, send them to me.
Yeah.
And he's got fired.
Let's face it, most people don't actually know what their company policies and procedures are.
Yeah, he looked young in the photo, so just some little young white boy. He didn't even look like security, if you're asking me.
He looked like one of the,
security is meant to be intimidating. It's a key factor.
Yeah, it's true.
In security, it's intimidation.
They sure he weren't like one of those stewards, young folks that get the steward.
He was one of them ones that, just stand. They're behind barriers, standing in front of the stage, facing the crowd, but there's no one there for them to friggin' security. It's like if she wants to come down, they'll walk with her along that bit.
Okay.
And just make sure no one's like, grabbing hold of her, I guess.
Well,
just prying fingers off of,
Tough shit, little fella. Make sure you don't do it again.
Yeah, just don't sing at a concert. But I've never seen that before either. I've never seen security singing at a concert.
Have you?
No, not even once.
Well, to be
some professional, innit? It's you're meant to look like unbothered, unused, completely, statuesque, stoic, and Okay.
I've never been to a concert, but the clips and the things that I've come across. Yeah, I've never been
to a concert.
Yeah, never.
Never
been.
Oh wow.
Never been. Probably will never go.
Why? I know I can see. I mean, no, actually, it's not as bad as you think. Concerts.
Because usually you go, there's a little bit to drink first if you get early enough, like in wherever.
Yeah.
Get your drinks, have a bar at the bar. You might see a couple people.
See, that's where
Then you go in.
what everyone involved needs to know about me. I'm irresponsible.
Okay.
I don't drink responsibly.
Right.
And wherever there's drink involved, I need to be within like a 1 to 2 mile radius from home. If I can't be in that radius, I need to ensure that wherever I am, I can be there for a minimum of 6 hours.
Right.
So, and also, I need to be able to, how do I say this? Indulge in my vegan diet.
Yeah, true. Oh, you can do that outside?
Outside. Well, what am I? 16?
Depends if you're going to like some little venue or whether you're going to like an O2 Academy. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Smoking areas in like an arena where if you're just that little place you go outside, I'm like, after cruise probably out there doing it. So
it's true.
And
then there's the backstage, the green room and that.
Someone take Mo to a concert.
I'm not gonna go.
I'm not going.
And then things like that Ariana Grande, you know, when they had the bomb. Yeah, things like that.
Manchester.
Yeah.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah, may they rest in peace. Condolences to friends, families, and associates.
Yeah.
But where human beings congregate in large numbers,
it's a target.
I don't go. I might end up randomly because I had to go somewhere and I had to take public transport. I might end up in a bit of a build-up somewhere, somehow. But it is incredibly difficult to say, I saw this person at a nightclub, at a rave, at a festival, at a concert.
Oh, I can't do festivals.
You know. Why are they even called festivals? Because I swear festivals is like those, those...
Fairground.
Yeah. And what they call jesters. Jesters all running around. I'm a dumbass.
Feed the pig. Feed petting zoos or something.
Yeah.
Petting zoos? Yeah.
Petting zoos.
Yeah, festivals like a fate.
There we go, see?
Yeah.
But...
yeah, I'd rather be on stage than in the crowd, I mean. if I had to pick.
That's a no-brainer. Next time.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Basically, I get it. It's because he's an employee. He should not be giving out his personal information to people for them to send him messages or videos.
They're not going to find him anyway.
Yeah, there's people on Instagram that they're the
investigators. Yeah, like all you got to do is reverse search an image now.
Yeah.
So just screenshots on his face and you'll find him. That's bad, isn't it? But it's
scary.
Scary.
It's scary stuff. Well, on the topic of scary stuff, Fresh and Fit are going through some trials and tribulations.
Oh Lord, I saw it coming.
When they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Yeah, boy. So...
and I've never once seen a show of theirs.
Nah, you wouldn't have.
Never.
Never. You would have come across. You would have come across the random clips where.
Yeah, I think I've seen screenshots.
You know where Kevin Samuels is on the panel, and then they'll have someone else on there.
The late Kevin Samuels.
The Godfather, rest his soul. This is not sarcasm.
Wherever he is,
that man. If the Godfather is not in heaven, all of those babies that nurse killed.
God! This should have been on the Patreon, on the main show. But hey, we said worse.
I don't know whether this is the wound is still quite fresh. I shouldn't be making jokes about the babies. Anyway, we're not going to slip into.
Right, let's not.
My guilty conscience.
If you want to hear about that, guys, go to Patreon.
Yeah, go to Patreon.
We just spoke about that.
Go to
briefly.
Patron. Go to Patron.
So, but yeah, I don't know much about them. This is. You take this one.
Right. So Fresh and Fit is a podcast duo, which Fresh.
But one's black, one's not. So who's black? Which one's black? Which one's not? Why you look like an African guy and an Indian guy?
He looks like he's like Sudanese, East African.
Okay. Shorter black guy basically, and a tall Indian guy. That's all I thought they were. I could be ethnicizing him.
Fuck it. This is why we have to put the phones down.
Yeah.
That fit guy, right? He was, I think, a DEA agent.
Why am I not shocked? Why am I not shocked?
Yeah.
Just off of his personality palette, if you would.
He does have that. This is why I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't.
Everyone should be as dumb as me. Everyone.
So, just to simply say it, Fresh is obviously one of my African brothers.
Okay, so Fresh is a black guy.
He's fresh off the boat.
Oh, he's fresh. Okay.
Very fresh.
Yeah. Not fresh. How much you call yourself fresh?
And Fit is of African American ethnicity. Some allege he has Asian ethnicity. Yeah.
I could just go in all day. And at least how bad is it that I ain't seen one single show? And honestly, if I was someone to sit down or pay for an hour to just rip these motherfuckers to pieces, I could do it. How bad is that?
Absolutely.
That's how I know this should have been off air a long time ago.
What
I want to know is what has shifted in the paradigm. The tables turned. How, I thought everyone was loving it. Loving the dissension, loving the misogyny, and loving the whatever it is they were saying. I heard, it was racist stuff sometimes, like anti-black stuff. Mm-hmm. Obviously misogyny again. It's like it's a young man's disease. What else? Like obviously fat shame. I don't know what you want to call it. Skinny shame, fat shame, body shame. I guess you call it. Like everything you can think of.
Yeah.
All the taboo, things that you don't do in society. I heard that's what they were all known for. So, and like. Because people would get pulled into their kind of chaotic stuff by getting aggravated, but then want to go on the show to argue with them. So they've basically just been played into the system. I think the tall Asian looking one is like the narcissist. Just from what I've heard from, like, he'll suck and hoover as much attention to him. He'll say what he needs to say and do what he needs to do. And it's worked. That's what I thought. Everyone was loving it.
Yeah.
So what's happened?
What has happened? I think the people still love it, but
allegedly not.
But
Did they cry? Did they cry on camera or something? I had a crying story of them crying on live or something. Going, I thought I was like helping you guys, and I thought I was helping the world. I'm like, mate, you are switched.
I did not see that.
And I weren't shocked to that either. Just trying to make himself the victim now. Yeah. And that's another narcissistic trait. So it's like, come on, bitch. You had a nice long journey. You made a bunch of monies. Was it you that said they lived together? After all these years, they're still living together. And you women are out there taking like licks off these men. They've been on and had a successful podcast for many years. Yeah. So to think why they would choose to live and work together, and it's all a bit weird. And I just feel like you lot really fell for it all. And I guess they got demonetized, but being demonetized does not mean your business ends.
It doesn't.
So what is this even about, really? Is this just a ploy?
I guess it's because the easy option's no longer on the table. It's not to say that it's easy to build a channel, get ad revenue, get all these extra things, but...
Well, on average, how many views do they get?
How many views? Ooh.
Yeah.
I think it might be in the millions,
Let's see. Okay, so let's say I'm doing some quick mathematics to quickly just estimate per video what they would get. They're probably getting like three grand a video. Do you know what I mean? And where the video don't go nowhere, people rediscover it, still gets re-promoted, algorithm, blah, blah, blah. You can constantly, it's renewable income. So it's one of those ones. They would maybe making sleep money for going so long, and people rediscovering them because their controversy kept him alive. But this works for Andrew Tate. I mean, it's still working despite him being locked up and all that for that human trafficking and all this. And then he's back on like the circuit because he's obviously still going through the situation. He's got money, he can pay to fucking like big skew whatever the situation is. But now the prosecution have got like more real hard evidence on him as well again. So I'm just like, Yeah, I'm shocked that Fresh and Fit are cancelled, to be honest.
Absolutely. So are they. But what they're not realising, your viewership, the followers that you have, the narrative that you push, when you break, I guess, certain thresholds, when you leave the obscurity of your little part of the internet,
But
and you
you
start,
can think what you want.
yeah, you now start coming up in conversation with, you know, the boomers. The boomers now know your name.
Yeah.
You've got a problem on your hands, because I don't know if you remember when people were like, were saying, oh, teenage boys, primary school boys as young as 7, quoting Andrew Tate, and, yeah,
Oh, Lord.
saying like, make me a sandwich. And now obviously
Andrew Tate's getting these kids beaten by their mothers, man. Their mothers are beating. You have to now beat that out of the kid.
I can't lie, I just find it hilarious.
It's funny,
Like-
but it's like, look, I'm gonna get into this in my Vexxed segment, because mental health is funny initially. Like, mental health issues are funny in the beginning and only in the beginning. I cannot sit and watch someone clearly so mentally unhinged, and I'm not talking in a way of like, oh, they're just a little bit off the wall. They're like, they've got a condition that is actively like causing human descent, like real issues.
Yeah.
And that is like, when in any other human family or whatever, those issues get addressed, don't they? But because of clicks and because of base and because of money and because of this, if you're off your head, but you got a bank account with $1 million in it, you're eccentric now. Schizophrenia, all narcissistic trait. You could have everything that's just, you know, would send or damage other people and their lives, and like maybe even put them in danger. And yet, like, they're eccentric because they've got $1 million that they've gotten by being. But anyway, I'll get into
Being
that
a
later.
nut.
Yeah.
Absolutely off their rocker. Do you know what? If they had taken their show more towards Patreon and they only put out and released small clips, small snippets.
See, they wanted attention. You don't get that on Patreon. That's your like core.
Yeah.
You know, they want attention. Otherwise, they straight up, like you said, should have done that. Had a hefty, nice little secure stream, not of money still, because of the private stuff. And anyone else who wants to now listen to you has to pay, which is actually great. And then them core people think the way you think, so they're not going nowhere.
Exactly. That's your viewership.
Yeah.
Jaded.
They didn't care about you guys. That's why.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
YouTube, open platforms will very easily force you to change your narrative, readdress yourself, behave like you're in a fine dining restaurant.
Right.
Yeah, when you're not.
You're in a fucking drug den.
Yeah, you're reflecting.
Everyone's ODing.
Just reflecting the strip club, just foaming at the mouth.
Right. It's chaos. It's oblivion. That's what YouTube's new name should be. Oblivion.
Elon Musk partners with Israeli intelligence for...
See what I mean? He's just like... Everyone's saying, right, what he's done with... Let me just say this, right? What he's done, losing the name Twitter... Well, I don't know if he just lost it. He probably still owns it. But, like... To tweet, like... The social media platform has its own word that people will continue to use regardless of what happens, yeah? And he's gone and changed it for X. What? Like Twitter, like... It's just, sorry, that just came to mind. Like, it's just so actually crazy. He did that.
I understand Elon Musk.
Ah, at least someone does.
I understand him, and he is a troll.
Trollinski.
Yes, he's literally a troll. And he is likely to have... How am I? Yes, so he's likely to have said to himself, right, with all of this talk of me being the next supervillain and Lex Luthor and this and that, he's saying, fuck it, I've got the money for it, I'm going to do what I want. And he's doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, like, I know he hired, I think she's the CEO, or at least director of operations or whatever. I'm trying to think where she came from, but she's from the marketing and advertising space because everyone was pulling out of Twitter, formerly Twitter, X, and they lost a bunch of ad revenues because he changed all the rules, and advertisers like, oh, this is just going to be a shitstorm app. We don't want our products and brands being associated with the content on this app.
It was already a shitstorm app.
Right, but again, it's all political, mainstream media.
No, we're not going to let them push that in.
That is what they did. All the advertisers pulled out. So now he's had to hire the CEO called, can't remember her name. You guys all know her name, most likely. But she's there to, make this his everything app. He wants to build it into the everything app, don't he? Like WeChat in China.
Oh.
But I'm like, Uber's already halfway there, bitch. Like, you're late to the party.
Yeah.
Because in the West, we like everything separate. We want the illusion of choice. In China, they want one thing, fuck it, everything in one app, paying, social media, music, whatever, everything.
With my, can I say the name of my phone that I use? With my Samsung phones, whenever I put my phone's WeChat, the app for WeChat comes up, and I can't delete.
I knew we have a version of the app, but it's just like Telegram. It's not. It's not the real WeChat. It's a version they put out for us. But on WeChat, if you see in China, you open it and there's like a million things. Like everything is all your imagine all our separate apps now. Like the essential ones from banking to access to shopping to just everything. It's just all in WeChat.
Okay.
Uber, WeChat. It's all everything's WeChat. Yep. But yeah, I don't know what he's up to, but yeah, so he's hired this Israeli intelligence firm.
Yeah.
So basically, it's reported that he's partnering with an Israeli software company to verify users who subscribe to the paid version of the social media app. So if you're verified already, I don't know what they're going to do since people are already verified, but it says the new identity verification method is said to require users to upload a copy of their government ID and a selfie, which then are shared with AU-10TIX, a firm founded by former Israeli intelligence officers and implicated in Israel's surveillance of the Palestinians. Oh, Lord God.
It's Mossad.
Yeah, a small little part of Mossad, most likely, allegedly. The news has raised alarms from privacy advocates because that small firm has a well-documented history of military surveillance and intelligence gathering. Yeah, so I'm not happy with that, and I'm gonna delete my X account when that comes in because they can go fuck themselves.
So hold on, it's gonna ask me for ID to use.
Are you verified on Twitter? It's not Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter, guys. I'm not calling it X. So if you're verified, they're gonna did I have to do ID? Yeah. So they're now not gonna do it themselves. They're gonna let this Israeli intelligence company do it for them. And they're private phone, so this isn't like we don't know what they're gonna do with your ID. Like you're willingly giving your ID now to a Israeli intelligence firm.
They're gonna bang fraud. They're gonna bang so much fraud.
It's like, what is he doing?
It's Lex Luthor. Luthor Corp.
I'm like, it's confusing. Well, but I mean, I just don't think anyone should be comfortable with that information if they actively use the site.
I have noticed how much of a shift there has been where people's digital life is more important than their physical life.
Yeah.
Like an argument or getting slighted on social media can, and I don't...
Get you stabbed up.
Yeah. Well, that was...
Pardon.
I guess maybe it's because of the society we live in, but that has always been an issue. But not so much. Like I noticed, I had cognitive dissonance when I became first aware of like a social media suicide.
Okay.
Because I've known of social media stabbings, attacks, this, that, the other.
Or like someone committed suicide because they've been bullied.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Like I could never understand how things on social media could impact you that much and just get into the core of you for that response. It's not even that it is insensitive, but I can't. I can't fathom. I could not fathom.
Yeah. Obviously, neither one of us knows what it's like to have like 100,000 followers or whatever, constantly, writing madness under your posts.
Yeah.
Or in your DMs or whatever. You just want to go to your DMs to answer like a friend, and you've got better, like who knows what. Or someone just better. Every time you look, I guess I don't know how it works when they turn off their notifications for updates. And they must just not go onto the notification page, like big celebrities. Because I don't know. Me, these are pixels on the screen.
Yeah.
Those words are pixels on the screen from some motherfucker I don't know, never met. I don't care. Like, I wouldn't care either. And I think I find it funny. Like, I would find it funny if 100,000 people are really trying to at me right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there drinking a margarita. What's her name from Big Brother? Nikki. Who are you? No, she said, who is she? Who is she? And that was so iconic because it's like, bitch, yeah, who is she?
Oh, rest in peace, Nikki.
Oh my God, yeah, she died. Oh shit, I forgot.
She wouldn't start eating.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, see? Lord God. Yeah.
It's been over 10 years, right?
Like later on, guys, I'm not going to be as harsh, Like, I'm going to talk about mental health later.
Okay.
And I'm going to try my best not to, like, be too I'm going to be tentative. When she died in 2021?
Yeah. It's, when it's spelt with the...
Graham.
Yeah.
Americans say Graham. Do you know that?
Graham.
For Graham. For Graham.
Really?
They say Graham. Do you know how the Boston people speak? I cannot do their accent,
Boston.
but it's so funny.
Oh.
Like, if you want, just when you got time, go check.
Boston.
Like a proper Boston. Oh, Lord. I'm like, what kind of...
They're the ones that say coffee. Or is that...
That's New York. Yeah, New Yorkers.
New Yorkers. Bagel.
Bagel and a schmear. I just got a bagel and a schmear.
I'm just trying to find...
Schmooly.
Oh my God, not Sheol.
Schmule.
He made it.
Oh no, that's anti-Semitism. That's because saying anything about saying the word bagel is anti-Semitic. So let's just
really. Oh my.
No, but it might as well be. Oh, they're gonna bring up a bunch of Mark Wahlberg videos, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because he's from Boston. Like, he's the only person. YouTube would be like, he is the only person from Boston.
Fuck it. I'm gonna have to do it. Find it in my own time.
Funny.
So. Oh, this is nice. This is something that I do not know about. Actually, I do. Oh, Billy McFarland brings back Fire Festival. And let me guess, people are pre-booked already.
I hope not. Like, what?
Well, apparently, this time it will work because Ja Rule isn't involved.
Blame the black man. Just blame the black man. But so he's out of jail, allegedly. Probably. I don't know. Maybe we should look this up quickly.
Fire 2.0.
What's his name again?
Billy McFarlane. McFarlane with an E.
Okay, so he's the one. The amount of money he defrauded was 27.4 million.
Yeah, boy.
How is he walking the street? And guess how old he is?
Like 28.
Our age, exactly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm really trying to just find out why he's out of prison.
It's because white crime.
What?
White crime.
It's white crime.
White crime.
Okay, so McFarlane was released from federal prison in May 2022 after serving 4 years. See, that's gone really quick. Now, to only get 4 years for defaulting 27.4 million.
White crime.
And just yesterday, a black boy was arrested for peeing in the street.
Yeah.
Not in the street either, like in a forest, like by a forest, like onto a tree.
He pissed onto a tree.
He literally, like, his mum must have said, like, he was dying for a pee, pulled over, it's just green grass and trees.
Yeah.
So he's gone over and had a piss. And then the white police officer's over there. It's like, oh! And he's took him up in handcuffs. The boy's like 10 years old.
Fuck off.
America, this is what they be doing over there.
A 10-year-old.
Yeah. They've been arresting quite a few children I've seen. I've seen footage of children being arrested. And not like I'm going to scare you straight. No, they're really taking them to the police station. Mostly black children or Latino children. Like, I've seen it for years now. For years. But yeah.
Well, that's just one of many other reasons why I have no interest in going to the US, going on holiday, going.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go there for a family member's funeral. I'm not trying to join the
zoom me in. Just zoom me in, guys.
Yeah, even if that, because I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but no. If I ever was a gambler, we'd all know I gamble to win. And if I
don't we all? Not the addicts, obviously. Not the addicts. They gamble for the adrenaline.
Yeah. They're like, win or lose, I'm going to feel
like,
something.
After every lose, they're like, yes. They're the ones you can financially dominate. Them motherfuckers. Well, let me go find a casino.
Just spin the wheel.
Won't buy me a drink.
Lose everything.
Lose it all.
Yeah. Well, the Fire Festival. Do you know what?
Can you believe? Like, come on. This is just it's so white. By the way, it's so white. It's about white.
Yeah.
You know, because he's done a video announcement. Guys, we're doing it better than ever. Fire Festival 2. He said he's taking it to the West Indies, and I'm like, oh, here we go. I feel fine because St. Lucia would never. They would never. They're just going to buy tickets for.
Because technically, it happened.
So that money somewhere. 4 years. Listen, let me go America. Just did it for 27 million and do 4 years. I will do 4 years.
You wouldn't do 4 years in there.
He did. Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't. You're doing 45 to 75 years.
Because on my paperwork it says Black Caribbean / there's a / and white Irish. That is literally what is on all my paperwork, guys.
I don't remember where I saw this, but
because you know us West Indians, you have to say
Afro. You guys say Afro.
Yeah, so actually on my paper it's Afro Caribbean. It's not black. It's Afro Caribbean / white Irish.
Okay.
They don't. You say nothing about the Indian because I didn't even know I was Indian. Like that. So that'd be worse.
I stumbled across a ancestry / DNA and me joke.
Okay.
It says if you are Asian, the Asian that it's no longer PC to call them by, don't do a DNA test because you're just gonna come up as like 98%.
98.
Chinese and then 1% Northern China or Southern China.
Yeah, all them things are bullshit. Like, so they're just scamming the fuck out of you for your DNA. They're not even telling you accuracies. They're not. Just bullshit. That's why you have like a half black girl and a half white, maybe Italian and like Nigerian, and she's got like Mongolian, and she's got all these fucking other races there, and she's clearly fucking just like, what? Like, what? Her mum's been in Italy for fucking 50 years, the family, or however how long, since the mountains peaked, and then her dad's been in Nigeria for who, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Lovely stuff.
Fire Festival 2, keep it away from St. Lucia. Other than that, yeah, whoever buys a ticket, I think it would be right this time because he's got the 27 million. And whatever you give him next.
Yeah. Now, he's not actually trying to make his own money. He's actually trying to bring a product and a service.
Bruv, it's mad what you can do these days. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
The only way to the top is by heading down. It's reverse mode, I guess, now.
Yeah.
You know, but 4 years for 27 million. Obviously, the Lord knows I'm not being sincere, but wow, that's highly considerable. I'm sorry, like what? And all he had to do is cash out that shit so on the sly when he heard the sirens coming around the corner. Like, hello.
Oh, cheeky offshore.
Oh, offshore, of course.
Yeah.
Panama, straight to Panama.
Yeah. Even that.
Or Bermuda. Yeah.
Bermuda, Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
No, you've already said it. Panama, down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where the Queen was hiding all her money. Or still is. Rest may she rest in peace. It's where the Crown's funds are.
I will never, allow anyone to slander my queen.
The Queen, the Queen, the Queen.
My Queen. My Gwyneth. Gwyneth.
The Gwyneth. Guinevere. Oh no, that's her name in Ghana. Guinevere the second.
Yeah. I knew I had a politics teacher in college that hated the monarchy.
Oh,
he hated.
And good man.
It was so amusing to me to see someone have so much hate for people that wouldn't piss on him. Like they would
don't
not,
even know he exists.
Yeah, they would not piss on you.
Like you're a mouth breather, bitch.
Your opinion.
That's what they actually call us as well.
Really?
Yeah, behind the scenes. Mad.
What, are we supposed to breathe through our nose?
Yeah, if you're dignified.
Really?
Yeah. Can't be with your mouth hanging open, catching flies. And you ever heard of that? You're catching flies, and that means your mouth's hanging open. Slam that shit shut. Yeah.
Shit, I breathe through my mouth.
Well, yeah, like he got to answer to you. But if you grow up in a where they give a shit on some level, make you force you to give a shit. Yeah, you can't be catching flies.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Does that mean my mouth? No.
And they say this is so strange. This is like they say this is scientific fact.
Yeah.
When I learned it, I think I laughed for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
They say breathing through your mouth makes you uglier.
Really?
Because you're like, your face is like, do you know what I mean? You're like, and you're like Homer Simpson, and your face is like losing all of its everything. You're meant to breathe through you're meant to subconsciously, at least from a young age allegedly, train yourself to breathe through your nose, and you're using those muscles all the time. So when you sleep, breathing through your nose, and everything's right where it needs to be, and it can stay where, instead of you go and turn into a blob. Allegedly, and this is all apparently scientific facts. So, but who knows what half the scientific facts are even fucking like theories or proven? You know, who knows?
I'm sure, like less than 50 years ago, it was scientifically proven that my brain was smaller than someone else's brain.
Our brains are peanuts compared to the average white man.
Yeah.
Like peanuts, bird brains.
How do you walk with it just knocking around in there?
Like, where do you keep it? But another fact that people hate me telling them is if you're a snorer or you hang your mouth open in your sleep, do you know how many spiders you've eaten? Because they crawl into your mouth.
And you just chew.
A big hot hole that, like, they're literally, and you chew them up. Like, your mouth senses every time something's in it to chew it up, and it's chewing it up in the sleep. And they say in, I think, 10 years, you've eaten like hundreds. And another thing they do, when you're asleep, they hang from the ceiling on a web and come down to drink water from your mouth. It's the closest water source.
Really?
Or from a tap. So they come to your mouth and they accidentally yum them.
Well, that doesn't make me feel as
That's the funny taste in your mouth when you're waking up.
Really?
Well, allegedly a lot of it, yeah. That's you're tasting arachnid carcass.
so that's happened to me recently, then.
Yeah.
There's some mornings that I wake up and I'm like, wow.
What did I do last night?
Like, really uncomfortable.
Didn't no one stay over? Did someone sneak in?
It'd be like, there was no house guests.
Nighttime guests, you know.
Lady of the night. Whoa!
And that's not even the lyrics either, but I knew what song you was going to sing.
Isn't it?
It's no?
What's the lyrics for that?
That's Jennifer Lopez, so that's Waiting for Tonight. Yeah.
We'll be here in my home. I just always heard it as Lady of the Night.
Lady of the Night.
Waiting for
yeah, they did some magic with her back in the day, bruv. They actually sold us some of them songs, and we were like, yeah, this is not bad.
Oh, my pride is on your your pride is what you had, baby girl. I'm what you had.
With the Christmas video.
Yeah,
she's all like cold and like, oh.
That's one hot tamale.
Hot tamale. Hot enchilada.
Yeah.
So the next topic is Jamie Foxx.
I see what you did there. Yeah, the House of Cards is just crumbling down.
Sorry, I don't know what I did with the actual topic, but it's this.
Jamie.
Before we get lampooned online for being
Alleged.
insensitive, he just got out of hospital allegedly. Was it hospital? I mean, we don't know.
Listen, he ain't dead. We can go full steam. He is
Full
not
steam
dead.
ahead.
Well,
So how many times have we seen him since he's risen back to health?
that's not the same person.
Well, this is what people are saying. Because features have changed, and your features can't change unless you've had surgery.
Yeah.
At least not within a 4-month period, however long he's been down for. But yeah, they said his ears are different. His eyes are different. He's light skin now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm lifting the lid on the racism within the black community.
Bad. It's bad.
It's
bad.
We beat banners and go ham over white people did this, white people said that.
Yep.
Hang on a minute. Amongst ourselves, we will sit and debate and say, that's not Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
How has he gone from being like me
But
to 2 shades below brown paper
he was
bag?
grey though.
Yeah.
Grey. You know what I mean? And I get if you've been inside, you don't go grey. You don't. What? He's not mixed race. He's not light skinned anyway. So he can't lose his colour. He can only get darker.
Yeah.
And then maybe in the winter time, he might go a shade lighter. And that's just normal.
They haven't perfected the cloning process.
And they say, oh, people, this is so in the sky sci-fi. But it's not. They I think they were successful the first time at cloning human embryos and stuff. And humans was the 50s, I think. So,
oh dear.
Yeah. If my brain was working, I'd tell you the name of the guy who actually was the one who kind of hit the nail on the head, if you will, and made it completely without in utero. You don't even need to with a woman. No, you don't even need to.
See, I can just remember Dolly the sheep. So I think
that was the 90s. That was actually 97 or something.
Okay.
Dolly. Because the thing about it was, what people think is that it's not technologically possible. That's not the problem. It was unethical.
Yeah.
That's why it's been around for what now? Almost 70 years, 100, almost 100 once we get up into the 2050s or whatever.
Have you ever thought of how you would react if you were placed in front of your clone, or your clone was placed in front of you?
How I'd react?
Yeah, what would go through your head? Because
if I saw myself and I was like, oh.
Yeah, right now, you bust that door, you open it.
Yeah, there'd be nothing that you could tell me to trust it. The first thing I would feel is fear. That would be the fight of because what the fuck is that doing there? What is that?
Same, absolutely same thing. I'm anxiously.
But twins do this every day.
Twins,
identical.
Yeah, but they're born into.
They're used to it.
Yeah, they within themselves have that. So you see, when someone dies, you have to come to terms with that. You've got to mourn. That's a major change. When you're born, your twin is possibly one of the most constant, reliable, and their thing. Unless there's any kind of separation and like the Parent Trap. But without that element, you can build your own unique sense of self from the secrets that you
They have their own language, don't they?
Really?
And they can feel, allegedly, they can feel each other. And I'm not so shocked at that. You were one egg. Do you know what I mean? That's split. Yeah. You're just the same person, almost. You're just 2 incarnations.
I'd have to kill him.
It's weird. But back in the day, some of our peoples used to kill off the twins because they were bad luck. Where in China, for instance, I think is considered lucky.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, wow.
But they're only allowed
2 of one. Oh, buy one, get one free.
Now you're going to pay for it. You're lucky. You're going to have to pay extra.
Paying extra.
Good luck having 2 girls.
And what about the twins who one's a boy, one's a girl, and they do look exactly alike? It's literally boy and girl version. It's insane. This God is marvelous in that sense. Shocks you every day.
The power of Christ compels you.
But Jamie Foxx, he's had work coming out while he's been down. Yeah. One show is on Netflix, I think.
Oh, is it?
Who Clones Tyrone is what it's called.
No way.
I've never seen it. Don't want to see it. Okay, don't want to see it. When I know this is something to do with an agenda, I'm like, not doing it.
Yeah.
He's literally called Who Cloned Tyrone. It must be about him getting cloned. Must be. You know, correct me guys if I'm wrong. But then he's also done a film with Cameron Diaz. There was this whole story of him, you know, convincing her to come back to acting.
Yeah.
So they're doing this film together. So when he went down, they didn't stop production, nothing. They just got a double straight away. And that's odd. What, like, they have that low respect for you? You've just almost died. Like, they haven't even paused production. Like, that is what they do. You haven't, like, it's just a double. Or was that in your contract? Like, it's not ordinary. So it was very strange how all that happened. And they finished the film without him. Yeah. But he's the star. They just used the double where they could, and most likely CGI. Like, it's getting to that point. So it was all just felt a little bit squeaky clean, a little bit like on rails.
Yeah.
And then his daughter saying inconsistent things in the press. I don't know. You know. But I wouldn't put cloning out of the whatever's happened here, you know. I don't know. Oh, this is what we forgot to talk about with Jamie Foxx a couple of weeks ago. He put up on Instagram, like 2 weeks after he's come out of wherever, and said, if they killed Jesus, then what do you think they'll do to you? And that's what he put on his Instagram. Right? So everyone's like, oh my God, see, we were right. There was something weird going on. What's he talking about? La la la. So here's where it turned, and this is where I'm like, why are people so easily distracted? Because when they're like, oh my God, okay, we've been talking, this is really him, like, what is he talking about? Yeah. Guess who comes along now? Jennifer Aniston. She liked the post. I think all of this was a setup, this Jennifer Aniston thing. But here's how it works. So she's liked the post. People have seen she's liked the post. Mm-hmm. People have now gone to her allegedly and said that's anti-Semitic what he said. Yeah. So if that's anti-Semitic what he said, why are you liking the post? Now she's not Jewish or anything. Yeah. But instead of just going, oh whatever, shut up, what she's done is tweet and said Jamie Foxx is so wrong for writing that about, you know, the Jews. And first of all, where did he mention the Jews? He said... He didn't. He said, if they killed Jesus. Yeah. Meaning, if they kill someone perfect, did no wrong, what are they going to do to you? Like, you cannot trust anyone. So that's all he's saying. You can't trust anyone. So she's gone and tweeted, yeah, that's anti-Semitic, you know. He can't be saying that, and embarrassed him, throwing him to the dogs. So he's come out and had to apologise, saying, I'm sorry, you know, to the Jewish community. And so I'm like, oh my God. You know, so whoever's successfully distracted from the fact that he was talking about maybe not being trusting people or something's happened that's odd that maybe points to why he was in hospital. We're now talking about anti-Semitism and Jennifer Aniston. Great spin. And he's had to apologise. Oh my God. So literally, if this is not Hollywood proof of something going on, I just like, what else is? What on earth is he apologising for? He said they killed Jesus. And am I wrong? Did they not? They did. But he didn't mention them. He didn't say anything about the Jews. No, but we know who killed Jesus. The way it was written, he didn't mention the Jews. We do it I'm sorry, like if you grew up like in a country like this, or like, especially if you're black, yeah, like there's sayings, and that's a popular saying. Like I've heard that all my life. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stop being devil's advocate here because yeah, let's face it, they congregate in certain industries. Congregate. Oh my God, we're so getting destroyed. We are so bad. But keep going. Yeah, they congregate in all of these industries. Of course, it's self-explanatory. Like, and I'm like, we've forgotten. She liked the post. She agreed with it. Yeah, she liked it to say, "Gotcha, bitch. I've seen it." And listen, I'm getting mad. Like, it's shocking. And then I'm also saying, so what if he was talking about the Jews? So what? It's true. It's not. It's historically accurate. It's not. He was a Jew and he got killed by his own people. That's historically accurate. Jesus is an anti-Semite because he got killed by the Jews. And we do need to also make sure that we draw clear separations. It's so infuriating. You know, you got to do clear separations because
pre-1940 Jews and post-1940
And the Bible
Jews.
says no one even knows who the true Jews are. So, this is what I got to say. It says that in the Bible. So, do you know what I mean? Like, who are the Jews? Who says the Jews who say they're the Jews now are the Jews? Who knows? People want to debate, is Jesus real every day? But they want to look at you in the face and say, yeah, you're real, I can touch you and feel you. But Jesus, was he real or not? What? So I can say the same thing. It's all in the same book. It all comes from the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can literally say the same thing.
You know,
Yeah, let's just what did I say? Fictionalize it all. The Jews are a mystical people. They're like the elves of, they're just mystical and no one knows where they are because they're like leprechauns. And do they even exist? Let's just do that now. Since we want to get all, that's not what they be doing. Like, come on now.
oh, waiting for tonight.
And we get kicked off from Spotify.
Waiting.
Probably not. Yeah, they can. I mean, I don't know. Like, we're on so many different platforms. They all have different rules. So we just try to, like, do what we do anyway. Yeah. We've never had to strike or nothing. So
that's actually really good. That's not even the real Jamie Foxx, though. Like, let's actually go back to it. That is not the gentleman that blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah.
Blame it on the got to feel it. That's not him.
I just don't know what to think.
That's not him. It's like with Gucci Mane.
But he's an industry man. Like, he's like a reliable one of Hollywood's reliables. He's in music, he's in film, he's in TV shows. You know what I mean? He's never stopped. He's in big budgets, he's in small budgets, he's on game shows, he's doing everything.
He's a triple threat.
So he's embedded in Hollywood. He's one of them, He's not I got into this 5 years, guys. And no, everyone he knows is in Hollywood.
Breaking news. It's alleged Jamie Foxx sucked the wrong dick. That's all it takes. Just the wrong dick.
Who did he not gargle properly? Because yes, there's rumors saying that people who have dealt, sex parties and orgies and stuff like that in Hollywood, like, people want to. What if Jamie wanted to expose that, and therefore, people don't want that to happen, so they disappear you for a few months. I mean, Scientology does it all the time. They literally will disappear you for 3-4 months to reprogram your ass and send you back into the business.
One of their leaders has been disappeared for like 25 years now.
The wife of the leader, yeah.
Well, this particular statement might be the one where we start noticing odd emails and phone calls.
And who did Jamie see before as well? I know this got nothing to do with it.
Who was it?
His ex is Tom Cruise's ex, Katie Holmes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, and she was seeing him, like, people didn't know. Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes were together for a long time after Tom Cruise.
Really?
And it only got discovered the last few years of the relationship.
Wow.
And then it was like, kaput. Because Scientology, once they were fully aware of it, they were like, oh, nope. They still followed her, controlled her. She's considered a suppressive person. But because Tom Cruise is like a god, literally, in Scientology, it's like the Secret Service type shit. They're allowed. They just do this shit whether they're allowed or not. But I just remembered that. So Hollywood's just a small little place, It's like, the communities, I guess, are linked up all throughout the industry, but it's like not that big of a part of a city.
They may have left. They've left high school, but they didn't leave the cliques.
Oh, and the Diddy parties, the Jamie, Diddy, Usher, Odell Beckham Jr., Justin Bieber, Kevin Hart type parties.
That had me laughing earlier.
The basketball game.
Yeah, how's a grown man going to invite you to a basketball game? This is all alleged, of course. Invite you to a basketball game and tell you, yeah, but the really wonderful thing about this is that we play basketball butt naked. So you mean to tell me, when you've got that professional basketball player and he decides to do a spinning helicopter slam dunk, his meat is going to whack me across the face?
Two helicopters.
Come on.
There's 2 helicopters going on there.
Come on. And I guarantee you, there's going to be those community raging homosexuals that are just going to lay down in the middle and suck each other off.
And just bukake.
Yeah. It's... Oh no, don't run there.
Just slag the slags. I'm sure you got the proper, just any locked door, behind any locked door. If it means, a residency in Las Vegas, they do what they got to do. Willingly. I mean, there was that thing. Oh, there's just. Do you know what? There's just so many stories, like from everyone, from Tupac to Jamie Foxx to Usher, like actual stories. Like someone could do a series on them all. Like the amount I'm thinking of, the amount I've heard and could retell, and it's like, oh my god, like a lot. There's even footages out there.
Oh, not the footage.
Footages that you'd have to, know where to look and who's in there and what party and when. It's so blatant. There was one person who was sucking someone off, in a public Hollywood. Well, it's not public, someone's filming in there with half his pants down. Another celebrity sucking him off. There's a crowd of people at the party. And this is how common it is to them when they're behind their locked doors. They'll have a big, massive, maybe 1,000 people party of just celebrities in industry. And there's a celebrity sucking another celebrity off while another celebrity is standing next to them filming saying, I want to be next. While there's another celebrity here. And they're all male and they're all well known in the industry. And I can say the names now, but this week I could probably get sued. But it's real, I've seen it. And someone behind him goes to Paul, I should just tell you. And then this will have to get cut out, guys. So, guys, we'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Oh, we are back. Yes, we are back. They would have had the do telephone music there. The telephone music, the elevator music for a moment.
I can't tell you whether I want to vomit or laugh hysterically, but
yeah. It's sordid back there behind the red curtain.
I had forgotten,
velvet rope.
Yeah, we're gonna abruptly go to the next topic because.
Why did you pick one up? What was it?
I did. Scottish police is gonna get facial recognition glasses that can lip read.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember when we lost half of an episode?
Yeah.
We were talking about a Beyonce concert and how was it? I swear it was Scotland or Ireland. Wales, was it?
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going to trial facial recognition in the streets beginning the weekend the Beyonce concert comes to town. But we never made the public.
Beyonce's teams is like, no way is what happening in Manchester happening on her shows.
Oh.
That's what that was. They've used, well, let me not say they've used, but it's clear that whatever incident occurred in one place, if there was any talks of the B word or this and that, then could have avoided all those casualties at the Ariana Grande concert. So in little,
I don't even know what happened that day. Like what happened? I just know a bunch of people got exploded.
Unalived. Oh.
But I think it was when this show ended and they were walking out and it went boom like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So that would have been a timer.
Or was it a suicide? This, I mean, I don't actually know what happened. Was it a suicide bomber?
It's ironic.
Maybe.
It's ironic that they scream "Peace be upon you" before.
Listen, I've been trying to work that out sometimes. Like with certain religions, I'd be like, huh? Like with certain religions that are known for peace, but like when fighting for the religion, they kill.
Call it my
crazy,
ignorance. Call it my ignorance or personal experience. The modern day Islam that we know and see today is a reflection of whatever happened in like the 80s and 90s that really radicalized it. When I still had quite a lot of exposure to Muslims in the late 90s to like mid 2000s, I could see a clear difference between those that had like religiously rooted disdain for whatever the powers that be that they associated to. So whether it's they dislike USA, Coca-Cola
That's
Corporation or whatever.
Because obviously they don't have the forgiveness aspect of their religion.
Yeah.
So for all their sins can be acknowledged, a person, so they can continuously hate them for it. There's no, no, God's forgiven them, so you can still love them. Like maybe, Christians have.
Yeah.
So there's no like forgiving, I guess. No, I was reading something yesterday in Pakistan. It's happening all around the world. Christians are getting killed and stuff and crucified and pushing like destroying churches and pushing down crosses and stuff in Pakistan. I was reading about yesterday, And I was just like, because whenever it grows, Christianity in a place where it's not expected to, or people getting saved, there's usually something there to do something about that, and in the form of another religion maybe. So it's the Muslims, killing and trying to stop it, trying to stop the Holy Spirit. Not here, they said, not here. They said, he shall not pass.
At some point we're gonna get accosted.
We're still gonna get
someone's gonna
listen.
You think you're funny? You think you're fucking funny, do ya?
Catch me outside. As a white prominent, was it philosopher once said?
Philosopher once said, yeah. That philosopher's a millionaire now, on their way to probably being a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
and
that's what happens when you hawk your pre-teen body online.
Yeah, and you know what's red flags and alarm bells are ringing now, because I think she had her OnlyFans active at the stroke of midnight when she turned 18.
Yeah.
Before turning 18, she had popped up in news outlets and gossip places as being in relationships with these various different rappers.
Oh, right, okay.
So doesn't that mean she was fucking these rappers before? Or what? Are they just
sure was
holding hands and you're my girlfriend?
I think the first thing a rapper is going to ask a girl to do in private is to suck her dick. If nothing else, they you know what I mean. They're getting head all the time from anyone they want. Imagine, they're literally just sick. They're just like, fuck it.
Imagine if it's an absolute farce, and in the privacy of their own quiet time, they play chess with all of these women.
Yeah.
They play chess.
Monopoly going.
Snakes
and ladders.
They really get their quirks and such at the gentleman's holiday
Bible
camps. Bible study.
Makes sense, yeah. Bible study, that's what they've been doing.
Why do they have to wear those jumpers with the shirts that come over the jumper, over the sweater at Bible studies?
A cardigan.
Yeah. What's that?
So, I don't know. I'm trying to assume what you're talking about. If you're just thinking of like the really conservative people.
Yeah, the fleece.
They wear like a fleece and then like a shirt and then a fleece and then another fleece.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to ward people away from being attracted to them.
Really?
That's what certain types of Christians do that. Then you've got other ones that are like, this is my natural God-given body. Yeah. Bitch, I'm going to show it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you get to pick how you live as a Christian, where like with certain other religions you can't really pick how to live. There's kind of one way to do it, where with us you can be super conservative or not and still have the same belief in Christ. So
fair enough. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles,
Yeah, but I do think that as well. But that's what I think they do it for, because they don't want to encourage lust.
Yeah, Tekud on a Friday and forgiveness on a Sunday.
They said, you ain't seen these titties, not even the outline. Okay, is this the final one? Let me just make sure, because there's one here.
There's one more there.
So let's just get that ready. I'm dying to go for a wee, guys. So next topic is, guys, the $2.3 billion Madison Square Garden Sphere in Las Vegas. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, let me be the first one to show you. Didn't you hear about the plans for it or anything?
No.
I never thought it'd be real.
So instead of having the square gardens per se, they're going to have a sphere. And
their idea was the entire bubble would be a screen that they could turn it into whatever they wanted. It's like a light show and stuff. But on the inside, it's this massive, obviously, dome retrofitted like theatre, where they're going to have smell for the show. Like if you're watching a movie, like, I don't know, certain shows like smells, the wind, artificial wind. Yeah. They've got like individual speakers coming from the ceilings that are projecting sound to your seat, so that you're getting the full boom 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 boom.
They want to do one in Stratford as well.
That's what I was going to bring up as well. So I'm going to show you it because you've never seen it. So it's been up for I want to say 3 months.
Oh my god!
So they've I've seen so many animations that they've done on it. One, a big eyeball that's like looking around. I've even seen footage of people on the plane leaving from Las Vegas airport and they're filming it from the sky when it's a big eyeball and it's like looking around.
That's the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, they're like, it's proper Illuminati shit, man, half the time. And then there's like one where it's a big basketball and it's spinning. One where like, it's mad. They've got so many.
All the while, we're getting forced to stop using petrol cars over it. Yeah.
That's an American style, only in America type shit.
America.
If you want to build one in Stratford, you're going to get a lot of complaints.
Of course.
Well, it's on all day.
Is it?
It's 24 hours.
And in Stratford, that is going to displace a lot of the rat population. Rodents, mice, everything is a nightmare. There is an ecosystem in London.
Oh, yeah. Have you read The Rats by James Herbert?
No.
The book, The Rats? Don't. Okay, don't. It's a book. It came out in, I don't know, 90s, late 80s.
Yeah.
James Herbert is one of my favourite authors. But he did, what's one you might know of? I don't know. Anyway, he's got a book called The Rats, and it's based in London. And it's acknowledging all that you talk about sometimes with the rats. People forget the rats and the London sewers.
Yeah.
And he's a horror writer. So I think did it get turned into a film? So many of these, I think, got turned into a film.
Did he write Cats as well?
No, James Herbert is. Anyway, while we talk about the sphere, I'll find a title. Oh, The Fog. Have you heard of The Fog?
I haven't.
You don't really read it.
Yeah. I have not. He has written a lot of books.
Yeah. There weren't many when I was like growing up. I think the first time I read one of his books I was probably like 13. But I think The Rats is one of his most famous ones. I think there's a movie. Probably, I don't know. But yeah, The Rats. What was you saying about our friends, furry friends, underneath?
Yeah, if you go and build a sphere in Stratford, on your very right hand side, you're going to see some seats and a bin. And it's like those concrete seats.
Mm-hmm.
Those seats, having a cigarette.
Right.
I'm looking over there. There's 2 rats that were the size of cats just walking along, followed by another 4 that were like average rat size. And you're telling me in an area that they're coming out, it was only about 5.
Oh my God. That's brave. That's quite brave.
Yeah, that means that it is very overpopulated because if the rodent population is low, you're not seeing them before 6-7 p.m. Like they'll come out after dark.
They'll stalk the night.
Yeah, but for them to be out during the daytime,
having family walks down the street,
walking along like it's the South Bank, just enjoying the art galleries. No.
Yeah, because I can't remember what happens in the rats, but I think an event or something does trigger them to kind of come up. And it's a fucking shit show. Like, it's beyond. Like, if that actually happened in life, it'd probably be worse than what the book, maybe the same. But it's a real, like, there are big giant ass rats. And but again, people think it's an American thing, but like, do they not know about the Victorian sewers? Like, the systems, how large like our sewer systems are across London.
Isn't there's actually
catacombs
secret
and
cities,
shit. Like I couldn't even guess how big it actually is because I'm not again good with like sizes like room sizes and square meters and shit. But yeah, man, I'm surprised homeless. There's probably sewer people living
Sewer
down there.
people,
It's
you think
free, you know. It's free.
God.
It's free. Find a nice little like utility room, or I don't know. There's bound to be just
Of course,
things built and forgotten about.
There's bunkers and train stations that are no longer in use. They're all connected down there.
Yeah, scary. See, there's a whole other world underneath our feet.
Yeah, a whole new world.
People, who are the sewer people? Someone needs to go find them and do like a documentary on the sewer folk.
That would shake up the world.
Yeah,
you'd think that's only like a Eastern Europe thing.
Oh Lord!
And I say this not to antagonize Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
but it's because of a documentary that I saw. I saw a documentary and there was this guy and he's like the king of the sewer people and he wears a leather jacket and it's I think homeless like homeless drug users in in somewhere in the old Eastern Bloc, and they've converted the sewers. It's a Vice documentary. It's out there.
Oh, of course, Vice. Allegedly they're CIA.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Vice.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And I'm like, they are talking about the CIA often. Yeah, actually. or interview with CIA agent.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, how?
Are they, do you think they became CIA or they were always CIA?
I think, yeah, always. Because you think of obviously all the things they're doing, and this is like their narrative on it.
Yeah.
On that. Being almost like a antagonist, but not, because you're them. It's like, you can put like, I don't know, you could fiddle with it, reality in it.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you control the exposure, you control the narrative. It's
let us tell you about how we do disguises and shit.
Yeah, it's like malicious whistleblowing.
And they're telling you bullshit on purpose.
Yeah.
Like CSI.
Yeah, absolutely. Little do they know that your DNA is not in piss. So the next time you want to commit a murder and you want to piss on them, go ahead.
Oh.
Well, for men, make sure that you haven't ejaculated in the previous 48 hours. Otherwise, you will be... There'll be some semen.
Homunculus.
Yeah, some semens in the urinary tract. But other than that, as long as you haven't had a passage of DNA fluids, you can piss away on crime scenes.
Oh.
You cannot be traced by it.
Oh, there you go. Next up murderer. Let's find next up murderer.
Do not spit at any crime scene. You will get caught. Don't talk, because droplets of spit.
Yeah.
Listen, this has taken a crazy time.
Don't do a crime. How about that?
Yeah, no crime.
No crime. Anti-crime.
After all.
Whatever that means.
After all. This is the way he should have said it. After what happened to Jesus, what do you think they'll do to you?
Right.
Oh shit, no.
Now you're cancelled.
After what happened to Jesus, what do you think may happen to you?
May happen to you.
Yeah.
You know?
See?
Who's safe?
Yeah, if you need a spin doctor,
yeah,
get in the DMs. I can spin anything for you.
What was that show? There was a show and everyone was like, Scandal.
Oh, yes.
That's what she did, isn't it?
Selling glow
what
sticks.
Do they call them? Crisis manager.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah, fixers.
Okay.
Bring them in. Lie to the masses. That's what Lizzo's doing right now. Oh, by the way, she's so stupid. Her lawyers now told TMZ, well, here's a photo of said accusers backstage at a burlesque show looking quite happy. And I'm like, what the fuck has that got to do with the fact that you forced her to eat a banana out of a porn star's vagina? Nothing. So she ain't denied nothing. This is all true as far as I'm concerned. Because her lawyers just said, well, here. And it's like the worst defense I've ever heard. Ever. It's actually made it worse for her. Because she's not denied it. And she's saying, oh, well, they're at a burlesque concert smiling. Well, they work for you. What do you expect? They do what you say.
You know what? Lizzo. There's really something that she just does not do for me.
Right.
My very first exposure to Lizzo was a clip of her playing a flute rather well, rather eloquently, I must say. But then she starts doing gestures and
I thought you were going to say she started deep throating the flute. That's more of a modern Lizzo brand, you know.
That's you know.
Can you imagine what else she does? Listen, let me not go. She's shown herself to be a sick individual.
You just hear it from the next room.
Yeah, she's sitting down. She's got a long dress on, and you hear. And you're like, she's like, yeah, bitch, I got hidden talents. It's on my kun. What the brandy do? She starts creeping out the brandy aphrodisiac theme tune.
This is disgusting.
This is actually really bad. This might have to go on Patreon, this part.
Strike!
Strike! Okay, do you know what? We need to move on before we get arrested.
Either you have the last one or this was the last one.
I think we're done. Yes,
we're Scottish
done.
facial recognition.
We're done, yeah.
Yeah, we're done. So, let's go and either pay some bills or spend some money.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Now streaming, the first 3 episodes of the new sci-fi audio drama and upcoming book series, Starlight, Retheme's Revenge. Start your journey with Fox, REQ, and the crew aboard the Starlight Express as they navigate perilous dangers and face off with the deadly Rephim. Written and narrated by Saint, the audio drama will continue this December when the book hits stores near you. Start the story now on major podcast stores including Podbean, Samsung, and more. Be sure to share the story and leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed the show and want to hear more. Now, let's get back to Mo Vader and Saint.
Welcome back to Vexxed Uncensored with me, Saint.
And me, Mo Vader.
And we are in...
The scandalous, the raucous, the sensational, the disgraceful, the disgusting Vexxed segment of the show.
Hey.
Ow.
So, for the new listeners, this is when we get into what's pissed us off this week, in other words, what's got us vexed. So yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, drop your Vex moment into the player.
It's the slanderous, the insatiable, the problematic, the honest, and downright uncensored Vex moments.
Apple Music, sorry, there's no options for you guys. There's no interactive options for you guys, I'm afraid. Blame Apple, don't blame us.
Should we get like Apple ID where or what is it? You know, feeds? No, is it feeds? That thing on Instagram. Threads,
yeah.
Use Threads.
The thing is, it connects Threads account. You can only have one account on there at a time. So mine's connected to mine. If you've got it already, it's connected to yours. So we need another phone.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yucky.
Well, yeah. If you got Vex moments that you want on the show, send them to.
It's a shit Twitter.
It is a shit Twitter, and you can't delete it either. Try to delete it. You can't delete it.
What? You can't delete the app or the Threads once you post
None of it, because it deletes Instagram.
Threads.
They trapped us.
Threads is like one of those compulsory add-ons, bolt-ons that you get on like Call of Duty, and if you delete one element of it, you can't use it.
Can't use it no more.
Hey, my suck on IO.
It's bad. But if you're verified on Instagram, they verify you on Threads. I don't know what they're doing these days. I don't even know what they're doing with it. But
so my Vex moment isn't even just a moment.
Oh shit!
It's a whole being.
Oh no!
It's me.
Plot twist.
The lovable fuck up strikes again.
Okay, what you done this time?
So I am
not fireworks. It's daylight. Sorry.
Fireworks.
Anyway,
that's gunshots.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, we are in South East London, guys. Gunshot.
Carnival.
Oh, that's far from me, you know.
Oh no, but didn't you know gun crime skyrockets during Carnival?
Oh.
It's because so many people.
The gunners, the shooters. Shout out to the shooters.
I personally don't know anything about this, but when I was a lot younger,
right,
there was an associate of mine had informed me that Carnival season is actually the best time to rob drug dealers and gangsters.
Best time for everything. Big concert, Carnival, big football game.
Yeah.
So yeah, should we be saying these things?
We shouldn't. This is like real. No,
it's real life type. Yeah,
it's real life. It's real life, man.
Yeah, just because you don't like it, guys, don't mean it ain't true. It don't mean you know anything about what they going to do.
You don't know jack. So I've been pulling away from love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, whoopty whooped. And it's isn't it strange that humans, well, not humans, let me not generalize to cover up my own insecurities. I'm so fucked up that on one breath, I'm like, I want the love of a good woman, and then and on the other breath, when that is presented in front of me, I'm like, I'm not ready. All this, that, the schematics behind it, all sorts of excuses, and it's like, you bastards, you don't know what you want, or you want to pick it up and drop it whenever you feel like.
Well, what is it? Have you even identified? What is it? Is it because you're losing something or gaining something? Is it the fear of the unknown? Is it a past love experience that's gone wrong? That would be the key of where to start. You know.
See,
what's that feeling? What's the first feeling of anxiety? What does it feel like? Because then you can link that feeling, body memory, to that another. You don't need to know the time and date. It will just come to you.
Yeah.
And whether you want to say it or not, you know. But if you've got a past love experience that you suffered in one way or the other, then trust me, that's where I'm at. I'm not trying. I don't trust no motherfucker these days.
See, I think
Real talk.
I think if I'm being honest, up until recently, my past love experiences was definitely a block to any kind of bond building.
Hard heart.
Yeah. That has come to a very, like, I feel that is resolved. I feel, do you know what? I'm not carrying a certain anger, a chip on my shoulder constantly and consistently. I'm not evading and running from the opposite sex either. Right. Which I have to be honest, at one point I had reached that celibacy. Don't talk to me. I don't like you. Like, because of that. If you were female, I did not like you. Yeah. And now I don't have that ill will or sentiment. Oh. I've been told by someone that I'm happier.
Okay.
Now
that's good.
Like, you know, now that I guess I don't have that chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
But
time, they say. See, I don't really go for that saying, time heals all wounds, because I don't think it does. But
for me, it wasn't time. I think for me, what it was really was a conversation, a very good conversation had with the other person that really, it made me feel like, okay, you know what? You can actually put this to rest now. That is the conversation that at the time would have probably very much avoided any adverse effects or adverse decisions that I would have made on my part or on the other person's part. But right now, I think it's more that I'm still shying away from complicated work.
Okay.
So I know that loving someone will mean
compromise.
Yeah.
In every way.
A lot of compromise.
A lot.
Even the way that you speak is something that can be picked at. Be like, oh, like I'm a potty mouth. I use the word bitch freely. I use I use so many offensive words and
cuss like sailors.
Yeah, and I never noticed just how much of an impact it has on others.
People take everything personally when you're in love and stuff. It's like what do you call it? Gaslighting yourself. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? They'll be like, what's that about me? Is this and that? It's not because it's tired. It could be anything. Like, they make it about them.
Just all the way triggered.
There's a lot of reassurance you got to give. It's like, especially as a guy, like I feel like men are lonely by nature. Just it comes with being a man, like lonely sometimes. Like even when we're on our own, we're not like girls or like we're not always on the phone. We're not always. Do you know what I mean? I've noticed that in life.
Yeah.
And even like I saw a video of like a person who went from female to male, and they were crying on camera because they were said, "I can't believe how lonely it is to be a man." Meaning, people don't go out their way to be nice to you. People don't hold open doors. People don't think about your feelings.
Is that the person that did the experiment and ended up?
No, I think it was
doing suicide.
No, I think it was a real. I think they were just do something. They wanted to be a guy. They felt like a guy, I guess. But once they did it, they're like, look, because here's the thing: when women turn to men, they look just like men. Like they don't need surgery. They literally turn into men. Like it's indiscernible. Full beards, like it's insane. And it's funny because we all start off as female in utero, and we just so that's why hormones just completely does it. The only thing it doesn't do is grow in my dick. It's insane what hormones can do.
I'm gonna send it.
Like they didn't realize how lonely it was, and it's like, any one of us could have told you that.
I'm going to send this to you. There was a journalist, who, as an experiment, spent a year as a man. Okay. At the end of it, says exactly what you're saying, and then committed suicide.
Oh, they killed themselves.
Yeah, the damage.
Couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: women are not built for that because they're women. So. Lack of testosterone, all the things that makes a male capable to be alone, to be careful.
Fresh and fit.
Oh please,
fresh and fit.
Listen, It's true. It's biology. So women are capable of dealing with all the emotions that come along with being pregnant, for instance. Hormones, haywire, everything all over the place. You know what I mean? A lot of them lose their selves because of all the other stuff going on. And with guys, we're biologically, hormonally able. Not all of us deal well, but to deal with the loneliness, the hardship, the lack of emotional gratification, or all the things that come along with that. So it's mad how it's been proven now that is the case,
Yeah.
and to see them crying and it's like, yeah, get used to it. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a lot of that as well. Like being single is kind of like we don't have to compromise.
It's true. It's true. I'm not even trying to compromise.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
You got to tell someone where you're at all the time, what you're doing. All the
And
time.
how comes?
You've got to really like the person. That's what I'm going to say.
How comes? It's almost like within the source code, the compromise is more in one's favor than the other,
Mm-hmm.
or is it just that
Mm.
in
It can
our
be, yeah.
interpretation we're like it's a big deal to us, but what's a big deal to them? Wow, I have not had
Even just the basics of when girls go out, they tell each other where they're going or what time they're going home, just for safety.
yeah.
We don't. The fuck are you messaging? Unless we're with someone to say, I'm safe, I'm here, I'm there. We ain't got that constant thing. And if we do, all the conversations are usually, in a comfortable space for us.
Yeah.
God forbid anyone criticise our looks or sexuality or dicks, how well, endowed you are. Oh shit.
Yeah.
We're not emotionally capable of like dealing with all of like we're not built that way. So like, yeah, you're not alone. But I don't know, like I don't know, should we reference age in this scenario? Does that matter?
I'm an attack helicopter, baby.
Getting in the 30s, do you want to be settled? I mean, I don't know. It's an option.
That
I mean, you want to be with someone by 40, I guess. I don't. As long as I stay feeling looking young, I really don't take it seriously. Like I can settle down tomorrow. I'm sure I could just go close my eyes, spin in a fucking circle, and go, yeah, all right, you. I'm not worried. Yeah.
But would you
Yeah.
cheat? So
Would I like them or love them? That's questionable. But if I wanted, again, compromise.
do you know how intolerable they would
Or
be
do
to
I
you
wait
if you don't
until
love
I
them?
fall in love with someone? That could take 10 years. So it depends. But boys settle down. That's another thing. Boys settle down for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes boys will settle down for a yard. Boys will settle down for fucking anything.
That's true.
Women are given standards, or at least tried, like you want to call it. It depends how it's given. But women are given like, here's what you should. They're given a guideline.
Let's
Where
face
guys,
it.
it's like, do what you want.
Let's face it. In this day and age,
What if you've got low inhibitions? What if you've got a low standard? Do you know that? Are you gonna, are you settling? What are you settling for? Because you're a guy, no one tells you what to do.
do you know what? I wouldn't.
You just seen the fittest thing you've ever seen. You get to know them. You're laughing. You're like, fucking hell, I settled.
Leave your
If
ass
I
to the
was
work,
just casually dated, I would have met this motherfucker, the person I just met, and know I'm in love. These things happen all the time.
Yeah.
To men, because we fuck up like that.
Let's face it. I know a lot of chads out there that, as long as it's a birth given vagina, it'll do. Because after all,
From what I heard, any hole, animate or inanimate,
oh my
will do.
sweet Jesus.
The standards that I've learned, the standards are really like, I don't know if it was always this low, because I remember the 70s, right? And stuff like that. So, but the standards right now are all flaccid, they're fake, honestly. Like, they're all available at the drop of a dime, like at a drop of a hat. No, real talk.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretending.
You know what's my burning question?
Yeah.
At what point did it become so openly discussed, the topic of eating ass? Like all this, eat my ass, it's like
Common.
normal.
Right.
The first time that I ever heard of the practice
Mhm.
was during the days of salad tossing. When it
That's what it's called back in the day, in the 90s. At least for us, it was growing up.
so was that the whole way through the 90s, or was that when I found out about it?
Well, when we did, because that's when we came to existence, but I'm sure it was said way before that. It's very English, like salad toss. Toss your salad. We didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
So you get older and it's like, you beat a hole. So when a woman would eat, or something. No, a man, woman, I don't know. For me, I always thought it was, I think I actually didn't really know. So when I found out salad tossing, I think you're right. It was kind of like, okay. But all the time you hear of things you've never done before, like it was not your thing or that you ain't gone straight for. So it's just one of them. But yeah, like it's an arse-centric society. The West is a booty, batty society now. Like they're all about the arse. Back in the day, they said, "What are you, tits man? You an ass man?" And it was like, "Oh yeah, like a booty or like whatever." Do you know what I mean? By now, no, it's definitely out there, and I think it's because men set the standard. We can't forget what we decide is acceptable to us becomes acceptable also to the women. They take it on, they deal with it. They got no other choice.
Yeah.
Does it? So and obviously in society. So when the men are like, okay, I can admit that. Oh yeah, sure. Then the women are like, okay. That's what I've seen happen. I mean, you can say even certain West Indians just talking about eating vagina was off limits.
Rasta man, dog.
Because it's considered dirty or whatever,
Personally, I like it.
But we can talk about, obviously, as well. So women don't have prostates. So women can't get pleasure anally. It's not a thing. Men have prostates, which has a pleasure sensor. So I don't know who figured out what, but it's like men get unique pleasure, whatever they call it, nerve, whatever. What's it called? Your nervous system. Yeah. So men are, but I don't know who discovered that because it's up your bum. So who discovered that at what century? Or I don't know. But anal sex has existed. You know what I mean? From in all these just ancient societies, it's existed forever. But who discovered that? Don't know. But we are biologically wired. There's something up there. That's why we get specific pleasure from it. I think that's what's driven the acceptability these days. And I do also think it's the more openness with sexuality these days. And I'm not talking what people admit. I'm talking as more open in sexuality these days behind the closed doors. Meaning boys, girls, what boys are doing things behind closed doors that they just don't think they owe anyone an explanation for. Because typically they don't. But that's the line that's drawn. But these are things that do need to come to the societal level because it will break these things. And until then, everyone's kind of imprisoned by that standard.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Babylon came down in the day.
Pegging. You were talking about pegging.
Yeah.
See what I mean? By women.
Yeah.
They have a phallic shaped object. Like they can't avoid it either. So if someone's been pegged, they've realised, oh, that's up there. I never knew that.
Yeah.
But how can they're going to sit there and know that their whole lives and never have it retouched again? Touch like a virgin. Oh, it's disgusting. We're sick.
Is that the music video where she's in the...
Blasphemy.
She's in like the thingy.
Blasphemy.
In the black dress on the moon.
I don't think I could watch it, so I've never seen it. I've seen pictures and I just know it's apparently blasphemous. Just talking about Mary getting in touch with her, like, come on. She needs to. Yeah.
Well,
we know where she's going. To Sheol. Let's give it to the original name. She's going to Sheol.
Why? Why is it not okay for her to sing a song that rejoices about the Virgin Mary?
She also put out a picture book back in the day called Erotica that talked about her sleeping with like 12-year-old boys and shit. So Madonna's been the pusher of, what would you call it? New ideals or
the cabal.
I'm from a woman as well. I don't know how. Yeah, the cabal. Yeah.
That's what she claims.
White power, white feminine power. That's how she can do anything, Madonna.
White crabs and white power.
She got a free pass.
She got an N-word pass.
Not from me. She don't.
She got an N-word pass, man.
Brother, her new boyfriend's at 23 years old. It's insane.
You know what's ironic though? She has probably got more ethnic DNA in her than you do. Okay, so someone says, have you got Chinese in you? And I go, no. And I go, do you want some? What the fuck is that, Carl? What the fuck is that? One of them ones. No.
Beyond.
Fuck this show. Fuck this show and everyone who listens to it. You're going to hell.
Straight to Sheol. But yeah, like yes, fall in love, man. Why not? Cheer him on, guys. Hold that shit down.
I don't know. Quite often I have to ask myself. I'm quite honest with myself in my head.
Same.
So I have to ask myself, would I do it? And I don't really dwell on answering my own questions. It's yes or no in 99% of the time.
Yeah.
So if in my head I'm like, yeah, I'd do it. I just...
What about things you can't say yes or no about? At least try if you buy. Try to buy. Was it try before you buy?
Try before you
Remember
buy.
Sainsbury's had that once. Try before you buy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Try before you buy.
Times has changed.
Yep.
Do you know what?
Like eating a fermented egg or something.
Hey man, when in Rome.
It's all black and blue and been buried for 100 years. Oh. But you think, what would that even...
No, I wouldn't.
Because people are there eating them. So.
I wouldn't do it. With that, I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't do it because it will make me have to face far too much of the kind of carnal, primal elements of survival. Like, outside of necessity, I would not consume that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Beyond.
a baby chicken.
For
Or a
100
baby
years, jellified. I'm almost a fossil.
duck. Well, the years don't bother me. It's literally
It's
just
green.
that
When it comes up, it's a duck egg and it's like, oh, I don't know how. This what I mean, China.
And
Love
you know-
you, but like, what the fuck?
You know, there's some people that soak those in
See what I mean? This world is something else.
because it's piss. Okay, there's
There's
a
something in it.
particular
Pickling it.
yeah, there's a particular egg.
Because
Like,
piss is
boiled
sterile, isn't it? It's sterile. There's no nothing. It's bleach. It's like bleach.
Yeah,
It's just got nothing. It's, sterile.
there we go. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
you know what? There's some things outside of necessity I might not do, or I won't do.
It's mad. How did they know piss was? It's like, how did you motherfuckers know this shit back in the day? I know it's all you had, but how?
It's because piss has
Someone just thought, let me piss on these eggs and can it up and see what happens.
gunpowder. You know, fireworks and gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
It came from a process of adding piss into something to get that combustion thing, and it happened by accident in China. Like that's where,
fireworks come from China.
yeah, and I guess along the way they tried various different things with the piss. Obviously, China's little brother in the sea got it right.
Japan,
Yeah, they got it right.
their food is what?
Here's the thing though: did that practice exist in the West before?
What, kamikazes?
No, bukkake.
Oh, because
Kamikazes are suicide. They're suicide bombs.
yeah. Japan invented that.
Yeah, they
They were the first
just crash the plane.
innovators. There's a sitcom I watch, and it's so funny because they a couple and they realised the dad wants some money,
Yeah.
and when something broke, he was like, "Oh, here's the money to buy a new one."
Yeah.
So they were like break things on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did was bought a refrigerator, but they wanted to use some of the money for something else. So they bought a really little one. And when he comes in and looks at it, he goes, "Oh," and they go, "Oh yeah, it's Japanese." And he goes, "They're damn Japanese. They're amazing." And walks off like, oh, it's so stupid. Positive discrimination. But yeah, what was my thingy? My Vex moments. Oh, so lab meat.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about vegan shit or that. What is it? A plant-based. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them taking animal tissue into a lab and cloning it basically, and like reproducing it, growing it, whatever their processes are. Like, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So they're doing lab meat. So they're gonna give you a pack of beef and be like, "This is beef,"
Yeah.
because it is genetically beef.
Oh shit! But it's not a cow.
No cow was killed. That cow never lived.
Oh,
It's just lab meat. So they've taken that cell from a bovine and they've blah, 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 blah. First of all, I just want to let you guys know that the way they're doing that is through cancer cells. That's how they're making these cells reproduce. How else do you think they're growing cells? Only cancer cells duplicate, multiply like that uncontrollably. So the way they've got around it is by calling it immortalized cells, because they're immortal. Cancer cells are immortal. They never stop duplicating. That's why cancer kills, spreads, and takes over your organs and stops them from functioning, because it just won't stop, multiplying.
Yeah.
Whether that's a natural mutation, as they call it, or whether that's by design, who knows? at this point, because it's everywhere and all the time, it's crazy. But that's how they're doing it. So they're not going to put on a package cancer, we're feeding you cancer, a whole pack of cancer, yeah.
Of course not.
But that's how they're making it. So first of all, before they start selling it to you in shops, because they're going to start any moment now. America made it legal. The FDA, who are just disgusting. The FDA is just a farce and a fraud and a scheme and a lie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They do what makes money and whatever destroys human beings. That's what they thumbs up. A lot of stuff that's in America you cannot buy here, and in Holland and stuff, or countries like France or like certain countries, you will not get but 3 flavors of crisps, and that's it, because the ingredients are legal. Like barely anything is legal in these countries, in Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
Here, there, because of the independence of Britain, they're changing a lot of laws so that we can just have anything. So you're going to have packs of meat that they're going to call, well, they're not sure what they're going to call it yet. But the way I see them doing it is they're getting it in. We might say cultured meat on it or something. They're not going to say lab grown. It's not appealing. So
Yeah.
I try and imagine what they're going to call it. Who knows what. Eventually, they're going to say, well, the real meat now needs to label itself real meat.
Yeah.
So they're going to pick a name and say, I don't know, like natural meat. Eventually, after this competition, this market creation, the lab grown people are going to say, well, our meat is 100% genetically equal to that meat because it's 100% genetic. It's like a clone of it, and therefore, what's the difference? And therefore, they shouldn't be able to say that they're real meat because that messes up our brand. So now we should just have don't tell them.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to know what you're having to the point where they're going to stop, because it's not because they care about animals or want to save the planet. It's bullshit. They're saying cows fart too much. Like, don't believe the stupid shit. Do you know what I mean? It's not got nothing to do with that, because making lab-grown meat actually produces more CO2. It's the fact it's cheaper. You don't have to feed the cows. You ain't got to raise the cows. You ain't got to do nothing. And the lab-grown meat, by the way, the way they spark it is through trigger warning, guys. So in the slaughterhouse, if a pregnant cow comes in, they remove the cow and they put a syringe in its heart, take out what they call what would they call it? Don't want to say a serum, but along them lines. Yeah. So baby heart, cow, heart, blood,
stem cells
and stuff. Yeah. So that's what they're using in this as well. So it's not ethical. Like it's just as unethical. You know what I mean? And they say, oh, no, animals killed. Okay, but you've had to go. You're going to have to keep killing baby cows. So you've gone from killing grown, cows at the masses to now only killing baby children cows and taking their heart juice to continue. Like, what are you doing to us? You know what I mean? This is beyond now. And all people are going to do is pick up a real chicken nugget and go, yeah. And pick up the fake one and go, oh my God, it tastes the same. Oh, it's a bit cheaper. Oh, yes, bitch, no cruelty. We're saving the planet. There's some things that comes with being alive, and killing animals, unfortunately, is a part of being alive, because we need some of this shit to, be strong as we want to be. We can all be vegans, but it's honestly not going to, do... We're going to have quite a lot of weak, and ill people. Not everyone, but I don't know. I just feel like it's just, what are they doing? And we're all just going to say, okay. Because Burger King will start selling their new feature, is it? And
well, when they introduced the plant-based things, everyone's doing backflips over it. But frankly, this is a new product.
Right.
Do you know what all of these plant-based things will do to you for 10 years? And
the Beyond Meat is quite convincing. And I'm like, how have they made that? Because they sell it in packs as well.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see the pack of it, and I was like, what? I thought they just made their own burgers and stuff and put it in there. They've got whole packs of it. And I was like, wait, what? And it was, this is what I mean. They, the PR and the marketing, people need to realise PR and marketing, but what they're doing in the lab is so detached from that.
Yeah.
If they told you what they did to make it, you wouldn't eat it. They just slap a happy cow in it, I'm not dead. And oat milk, I learned about the oat milk situation. That's crazy. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, it's the marketing. One glass of oat milk is a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Mad, and I was drinking it all the time.
Mm-hmm. I had do you know what? The first time that I saw soya So there's a particular brand of soya milk that has a vanilla flavour, yeah?
Yeah.
And that vanilla flavour is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Covers up the nasty soya taste.
Oh, it's
Proper
delicious.
perfect. They forced me to drink soy milk growing up, and it was horrible. It never got better.
But I knew someone that said whenever they drink it, what is it, swell? They swell.
Itchy, yeah. Their mouth, like, almost like a reaction.
Yeah.
Allergic reaction.
And I thought, soya is supposed to be like, oh my God, this superfood. Vegans eat it. It's great for the earth.
It's unnatural. It's inorganic.
Yeah.
It's genetically modified.
Yeah.
At its core.
So this is something fake.
Yeah. Because that's why I had to start. I think we had to drink for like 3 years, and then we found out it's genetically modified, and then it was like, stop drinking. I don't know what. I think there was options at that point. But
me, I ain't really got no options now. Milk is not on the table.
Yeah.
Any kind. No
what about
powder.
the lactose-free milk, like the milk that they've done in a lab and took the lactose out?
No, I don't want it. Because what they've done in essence, with lactose, there's sugars in the milk that your body cannot process.
Mm-hmm.
If my body can't process it, maybe it doesn't need it. Or it's natural selection. Shave off the couple of years that not having milk in my diet might shave off.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, hopefully, let me live a good, wholesome
Can
life.
you use coconut milk? Even if it's not the bottle, like the cartons of it, the can of it. Just have to mix and shake it up yourself.
No, because you know what? Where's the coconut coming from?
Don't it say on the tin?
No.
Oh.
It just says it's coconut milk. It doesn't say how your coconut was grown. It doesn't say if the pulp
That's
that
shocking,
was used.
actually.
Yeah, because where's the pulp coming
People just
from?
assume, everything comes from Jamaica. Every banana, every coconut.
In theory,
from this one island in the West Indies.
In theory, if I had enough land space or greenhouse space to grow a plantation of coconuts, I could open a brand of coconut milk, water, whatever it is, compressed, condensed coconut cream, whatever.
Yeah.
And as long as I pass the health and safety,
you got to deceive people with your marketing and stuff first. You got to if it's natural, you got to make it. I don't know. You got to just always do something to get it out there. Because why ain't no one done that? And why don't we have more genuine coconut they do in a tin, but it says in a carton and it says what it says and where it's from, and do you know what I mean? So there must be real reasons.
It's capital.
Yeah.
In almost all commercial ventures and businesses.
Yeah.
One of the biggest obstacles is the funding and people that believe that you will be successful to fund you, and then you having to go against the giants. Because as soon as you get into any kind of beverage,
they're going to try and sink you.
Yeah, there's Coca-Cola, there's Pepsi, there's all these other, there's Evian, there's all these other companies that have a monopoly on something, either through branding or through their specialized product. They're not going to give you.
I think there was even a real milk company that sued Oatly at some point through the courts, and the courts found them in favor because Oatly kept pushing their brand so much as a milk alternative to the point they were producing misinformation about real milk, claiming it was bad for you, claiming all these things, where actually turned out all the things they were saying about milk is what their shit actually does to you. They were flipping it.
Yeah.
But it's easy to they convinced pregnant women back in the 50s that smoking was how good for the baby. They convinced women that smoking was a female liberation feminist thing to smoke in public as a woman, where before it was if you smoked as a woman it was a bit naff. Women would cuss each other because they're oh, you dirty bitch. Not in public, in the back garden. But then it became a feminist movement, so everyone all these women's it became sexy and all of that. It's all marketing.
They convinced women that powdered milk was better than breast milk.
Yeah, they convinced us diamonds are valuable. It's one of the most worthless pieces of crap we can find. They've just polished it and shown it up pretty.
Shine shit.
It's shine shit, and we've got our brothers and sisters dying over there to this day.
Yeah.
Scuffling up diamonds with their bare hands.
It's true. It's crazy.
Crazy. All because of the De Beers company. But what was my last one? I forgot it earlier. I never remembered it. Oh, mental health.
Yeah.
So crazy people. That's what we call them, right? But no, I'm not talking about that. The old-fashioned reference to crazy people. which was, someone's acting erratically.
Yeah.
It wasn't seen as medical. It was more seen as like you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
We've come on since then, and I'm talking about like people with dangerous conditions. We see it all the time when murderers are assessed. We're getting to the mind of a psychopath or a this or a that. There are certain people who are the way they are. No one even medical, don't even know why.
Yeah.
But everything about them is geared towards harm.
Yeah.
Psychosis, all sorts of things, like strange things, to the point where there's similarities start killing animals and you kill people. Like there's similarities, there's patterns and stuff. And then you would go down to lower levels of like, okay, sociopaths, for instance, narcissists and stuff. They're the people who can't even get therapy.
Yeah.
Because they just learn everything from the therapist and then use it to be not like even worse and better at what they do. It's better to not give them therapy because they're going to twist it and be manipulating the world.
Yeah.
They're like the maniacal dictators who are like, I'm going to rule the world. Yeah. Like these are also medical conditions. We're not going to just pretend like, harmless, like less harmful ones. For instance, like there's stigmas about bipolar, that people that they're erratic, they can harm people really easily. That's like really very small number of actual cases that's ever happened with people like with bipolar or depression or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you've got more harsh cases like schizophrenia and stuff like that. But I'm talking about people that I acknowledge have real maniacal, maybe something not quite right mentally, like Elon Musk, like Andrew Tate, like the fresh and fit, like just like really, they're dumb, but they're smart in areas they shouldn't really, like no one should be that smart in.
Yeah.
Like control, manipulation, how to like bait people, when to get sympathy. Like it's like, where's the humanity? Like inhumane people out there. And I do believe it's a mental condition, right? That's what we got to say, right? We can't say it's spiritual. Unless we say it's spiritual, they'll be coming for me and telling me I'm crazy. So for me, it's just like, when does it stop being funny? Like, when does it stop being ha ha ha, like it's comedy, like the fresh and fit? And when does it change and be like, okay, we can't actually like take, you know what I mean? Like, when do we take it seriously?
If you ask that question, we would then have to put our hands up and say, one, we're part of the problem.
Like we're not saying black women are ugly. We've never said that. They've said that. We've never like made fun of people with depression or like, you know what I mean? We don't go to like, because we're not motivated like that. And I've listened to us, so I'm like, okay, I kind of see, because I don't really have an awareness of like, outside of listening to myself. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, we're sarcastic, literally. Where the ones I watch, these people are serious. We're never that serious unless we're talking on a Vexxed moment, and we're usually quite serious in the Vexxed moments. We don't really mess about in the Vexxed moments. Other than that, we're never serious, ever. You know what I mean? If we had a guest on, would we be sitting there arguing with the guests, tearing them apart for fun, for views, for clicks, for baits?
Never.
You've got to be twisted to do that, and they've done it over and over. Them just as an example, and I see that's the separation like between us and them. Only because the comparisons will start because we had two guys doing a podcast. That's where it begins and ends. You know what I mean?
Mind you, the internet, YouTube, social media has given access and a platform to people that never would have. Like, let's face it, before the days of getting a camera, getting a microphone, and putting yourself out there to the world, you would have had to put yourself out there to your community, and you would have fucked up your reputation
at their first comedy club show.
Yeah, in the early stages of life. Imagine how many people were sociopaths and psychopaths. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying now. It's getting dangerous now.
You know, the community knows who they are, but now on an international platform, social media platform, no one knows who you are.
Do you think X Factor has some blame for this? And I'm not even talking pop idol and stuff, yeah. You know the ones back in the night. Well, no, I don't know if 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Whatever. X Factor was something else. It was a phenomenon.
Yeah.
X Factor showed any old council mother, God bless her soul, getting up to singing a bit of Adele,
Yeah.
and getting taken the piss out of.
Yeah.
Getting ruined. You know, lambasted in person and online.
Yeah.
Then nationwide on television. They used to let disabled people audition, not mention they were disabled, and we're laughing at them because we think, oh my gosh, like ain't they a character?
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, no, all right, but they allowed people, your average person, to skip every step in the book for the music industry, entertainment, exposure, skip everything, to the point where we've had this like decade-long argument of like manufactured artists like on these shows versus real artists signed by labels or just developed or whatever, done their own thing.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like X Factor might have done helped with that, making everyone feel accessible. YouTube, like, it's a platform, but when did everyone become YouTubers? When did they say, let me film myself all day? And you know, when did that idea occur?
I think, again, tying into the importance of digital life and physical life, our experience of social media, YouTube, and what it is to us is very, very different to those that come after us.
Yeah.
Because there are 18-year-olds today who have never known a world without YouTube.
That's mad. They were born in 2005.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've got albums older than them. Not my own, but you know.
And you really, to grasp the magnitude of how far generations before us and those and our own have dropped the ball in how much attention they've been paying to the details and what the repercussions of neglecting to address something and nip it in the bud is.
But this cancel culture thing doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work. So like you said, if they went to the local comedy club and performed, then everyone was like, get off the stage. They'll be ruined. They'll never do it again if they didn't have that thing. Because if you're funny, you know, I just need to let them get it. But when you're shit and you're you know, a nasty person, they're going to clock that and put you in a place.
Exactly.
That will never happen to the world. Like, the world now doesn't have to deal with you.
Yeah.
Only your little fucking community does, which is how it's meant to be. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, that's not the case now. And where they're trying to do that community's job worldwide by cancelling people, it's not working.
It's not. And
it just allows them to be performative, I guess.
One fundamental issue with cancel culture is that cancel culture cancels in the best interests of one or more slices of society. But those slices of society are not the broad consensus of agreed universal standard. It's the agreed standard of that community. So it's the difference.
Like us appealing more to iPhone users than Android users.
Yeah.
Why?
I couldn't answer.
Right, we're not analysts.
I couldn't.
We don't know that, you know, but there's a reason. It's not availability. We're plenty of places.
Yeah.
Put us in Google, bitch. That's all you got to do.
And
just put us in Google.
It's funny that the whole cancel culture, like in the wise words of Nikki Graham, who is she?
Who is she?
Who is she? Like,
who is she?
Who gave cancel culture that power?
Who did that? You know?
To affect millions of pounds of sponsorship, or tens of thousands, or hundreds of pounds?
But it never works, so they come back. Of course, the world can't cancel anyone. They didn't create them, so you can't cancel anyone. Like you said, they could just move to Switzerland or a part of a planet where no one knows that, live quite a happy life. Like, you can remake yourself. All you got to do is like change your hair color these days. It's not hard. So you know what I mean? Like, no one can be cancelled. Working in the same industry is different. If you work for a bank and you stole from like 10 banks you work from, no one's hiring you in the banking industry.
Oh my god!
Ain't no one doing that.
Fire Festival 2.0.
You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck's you're stupid if you do that? So it doesn't work. So it's funny. Andy Warhol once said, in the future, everybody is going to have 15 minutes of fame. He did. He said that, and it's true. today. It's fucking true. Mad. Flash in the pan.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if I've had my 15 minutes of fame.
I ain't even had mine. I don't even think I've even had mine.
See?
No.
Come on, Andy.
Don't want it either. Don't want it either. You can keep it. Just buy my stuff because they're good quality and I worked hard on it. But other than that, I don't want it.
What was the term you used earlier on in the show? Sheol?
Sheol. Down to Sheol.
Sheol. Come on, Andy Warhol.
Down in Sheol.
Down in Sheol. Send us our 15
God bless
minutes.
Sheol. No, that's necromancy. That's necromancy.
Oh my god. Is it
Sometimes some of the dead.
Oh my god, no. Cthulhu.
Banish you in Jesus' name.
Power of Christ compels you. I'm going to watch The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh yeah, you did say that. There's something I want to watch. I can't remember what it is. Something good.
Yeah.
Bound to be. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be good. I want to watch Blue Beetle.
Ah.
Yeah,
You know why?
I want to see it. It reminds me of Beetleborgs for some reason. They've got nostalgic twang that I need to fulfill.
See, I used to watch Blue Beetle as a child.
Oh, I didn't know it was a thing. And
Yes, of course it was.
obviously, I knew it was a comic. I just didn't cut that character. I didn't know it was a show.
No.
Did you watch Beetleborgs?
I did.
Yeah,
and I liked
that's
both
the
of
one
them.
I saw. Was that Saban?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it
why I
was.
saw it probably.
It was because you remember they used to transform into them.
Yeah, cluck.
They had those.
What about I was about to say rats on motorbikes. What were they?
I swear they were mice. Were they?
Mice, that's it. What were they called? Motorbike mice.
Something mice.
Something.
Extreme mice. But they all had the motorbikes and they had the cars.
Yeah,
And
one had sunglasses.
where's my...
So yeah, some of these shows are so old, but they're all kind of on the same time. There's Beetleborgs and stuff. Gargoyles, I used to love Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
That was a sick show.
Come out at night.
Even Action Man had a series that was sick as well.
Max Steel.
Max Steel was a copycat. It's like, what is it? What's that? Brat Stolz did it to Barbie and then Max Steel did it to Action Man. They took him.
Took him. Don't get tooken. She had her
Hashtag took
15 minutes of fame.
Who took him? Yeah.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice, that's it. Yeah, Biker Mice. That had a good anthem, but I can't remember it. I literally remember right now eating shreddies, watching Biker Mice.
Back when they actually put sugar in the shreddies.
Yeah,
Frosted
everything was
shreddies
so good
beautiful.
back then, you know. Sugar Puffs, they don't even do them no more. And I'm kind of glad because they changed them. The last time I had them, I said, "What is this?" And I flicked the spoon to the ground because I was horrified that my favourite cereal. I don't really eat breakfast, guys. Really, don't know. Must not be natural to me. So I heard that's a lie too. That was a ploy and a marketing scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
You don't need 3 square
you
meals
don't
a
need
day.
breakfast. Like crazy.
And they spun it well, you know. They said, well, actually,
It's the most important meal of the day.
yeah, you do need it. It's just our lifestyles have changed since the industrial,
No, they ain't.
1900s.
Has the work hours changed? No.
Nope. They've actually
So
got
what's
longer.
changed, bitch? You know what I mean? Right, you need more food, if anything. Anyway, who knows anymore? But
Fuck you.
can't even remember what was my last Vexxed segment.
It was...
It's how we go on tangents, guys. And the mental health. So yeah, obviously it does stop being funny. At least it should. Yeah. When do we stop laughing and do the community effort of at least like, I don't know, the really harmful, dangerous ones? They're the ones. Drop them out. All this other dumb shit is something else, but like they're actually insane. So clinically, like they should be in a facility. So like there's people who should be in Arkham that are not, and there's celebrities. What are we doing? Real talk. And I'm not a psychologist, but like, wow. When you say people say red flags, like feel the flag, like red flags, like, and you lot are like, yeah, this is so funny because they switch off their phone and go about their business. But it's just like real people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Andrew Tate's got real victims. You know, chaining them to webcam services. Allegedly,
of
you
course.
know,
Time will tell.
you know. But yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much that. That's all we got. promotions. I'm trying to think of promotions, and I can't really think of anything. Oh, I will actually add this on. So Starlight, yeah.
Yeah.
So love it, love that it's out. So love it. The book is like almost done, so it's not a matter of like chapters or like having to write for the series. It's not even that. That's done. I think it's gonna put it on pause for a while, and I think we're gonna put it on pause towards when the book comes out. So there's been 3 episodes, and I think we think there's a perfect little moment you can have there. And when the book comes out, people have a choice of the story. It's not spoiled. You know, we didn't think of this obviously as a pilot thing. This was supposed to run continuously through the year. And also, we also need more people to listen. You need to listen more. People, go listen. Yeah. Because it's expensive. It's probably one of the most expensive things we've done production-wise. So, you know, outside of music. So, yeah, we need more listeners to justify the episodes coming out, you know. That's just real business talks. Yeah. So, yeah, share it, guys. If you like it, share it. You can listen to it on Samsung, Audible, all of that stuff. But it is a book, guys, based on a book. And the book version, there's kind of different adaptations in this series to accommodate the voice acting, and it's great. But yeah, the book comes out towards the end of the year, so keep an eye out for Starlight.
Yeah,
what he does, mate.
I actually really enjoyed taking part in that.
We're still going to be in production. It's just, yeah, you know.
At my big age, I am looking forward to seeing what happens to our young Araku.
Yes, Araku and Fox and them. And I will confirm, guys, it's like it's like a full series. This audio series is going to be like a good 24 episodes. So, you know,
you can spend some time.
Yeah, man. But yeah, enjoying working on it right now, and it's one of them passion projects and all that. But yeah, have you got anything you want to say to the people then before we exit out?
I'd like to give everyone a few hot tips. We are going into another part of the year cycle. Autumn is steadily approaching.
I can't wait.
And if you haven't bought your winter coat yet, please do, because prices will be going back up.
Oh.
If you have children and they're going back to school, you need to shop around because them t-shirts, the t-shirts, the shorts, the trousers, the skirts, all of that, there are cheaper alternatives that you can get, as opposed to getting fleeced by the...
Oh my days, I passed a Clovers.
Yeah.
Clothiers? Like the school we went to, secondary school, you could only get the uniform from one store.
Yeah.
In South East London.
Yeah.
Lewisham, to be, Yeah. I passed it today and I was like, I remember how expensive they were.
Yeah. And they still are.
And they made us buy it from one shop, guys. Almost all the other schools could like get theirs readily. Mm-hmm. But ours, for some reason, that was even before it was like academy. So I don't know what they were playing at. But yeah, like it's so expensive for parents and stuff. Like it's crazy. Yeah, that's some good tips. Any more tips?
If you are going to take part in Christmas, you should have bought your Christmas presents during the summer. But if you haven't bought them, get to buying them now.
Was your mum one of the type to like buy through the year? Some people do that. Smart and organised. I don't know how they do. It's quite smart because they just, as they're shopping, gradually go, that would be good for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's so smart.
See, when you focus on quantity, you only have to pay a certain amount of attention to quality. So you can buy one present that might cost more than £150 per person evenly throughout the year, and pad those gifts with the little £20, £10, couple of quid, little things that people will need and it will be useful, like couple USB plugs, super fast lightning cable, this or that.
That's a good idea.
And then a pair of AirPods that you could have bought 3 or 4 months apart for 2 of your...
Maybe a game their friends are getting.
Yeah.
Then we're like 60, 70 now because it's next gen.
Yeah.
Mad.
Those PS5 games.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Do you believe in skipping Christmas? So going on holiday instead of doing Christmas? Like, it's a very frowned on situation.
I would try it.
It means no presents, nothing. We're going on holiday. We're going to Marbella.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said
My
Marbella.
bear. Oh, do you know what?
Very Essex, like.
I would try it for the sake of trying it. But
Oh, what if you love it though?
if I love it,
Are
I'm
you
gone.
robbing your children of
I'm
childhood?
I'm gone. No, if I love it, Christmas is gone. Right now, to be fair with you, Christmas is.
It's not.
I send
At
people,
this age, unless you start your own families and you're with the children all the time, what Christmas?
Mhm.
Christmas where?
Trust me, in some pit somewhere, boozed up,
Mm.
singing "Waiting for the Night."
Obviously, you can like I guess pick a family member depending on how many you got and who you even want to be around.
Yeah.
But I think Christmas as well for people our age, like it's nice, all right, to not like be buying everybody stuff. You know what I mean? I do like a niece and nephew, like if you do like a Christmas and a birthday, a little something.
Yeah.
But like that's it. I'm not buying friends and I'm not. That was a younger thing I did. But like yeah.
See, I was always
doing me. Going where I want to be in December. That's why the way it's alright for us to do that.
I was always so detached from social norms that buying a friend, or I wouldn't be able to even tell you if I've ever bought or gifted a friend.
You just don't remember. At that age, we're in our spare time just shopping. We always got some money and mostly just window shopping, eating and window shopping. It takes all day. So we would gradually buy things, and sometimes I remember at Christmas, group of friends, whatever, like you go together, but you split off to buy things because you're getting someone something. But it'd usually be like cheap, and what they would, you know what I mean, something, an aftershave or a deodorant, an Axe or Lynx, but man's body set,
Body spray.
shad like that.
Well, good riddance to the pagan practices.
Good riddance.
I will not be joining the hole.
In Sheol. Not Sheol. But yes, guys, that's us. So we'll probably catch you next week, and bye for now.
Have you ever wanted your own podcast, solo or with your co-host? Follow us on Instagram at Vexxed Art Brands and send us a message. We look forward to discussing your amazing ideas. You never know what could happen.